Highas and higher healing vibrations. Welcome to my channel. My name's Cosmic Cat, and I'm doing a daily affirmations reading for the inner child. Anyone who's starting a spiritual awakening path, the inner child is typically the first stop that everyone makes. We are all have our own unique individual paths and our own unique experiences. However, this is something very common that everyone typically gets in tune with or touch with. It's helping a connecting to our soul, our intuition, inner wisdom, inner gut, inner knowing. Because for most of us, we don't really have that until we do actually gain that clarity, the awareness. If you've battled with addiction or have been in environments that were traumatic, they can be ever changing. And if you've ever dealt with escapism, anything that where you're in denial, there's things that we have. I was guided to start this, and I'm very honored to do so. You see here, I did keep out these two cards I found, and they're really speaking volumes for this reading today. So the way that this reading works is I will read out of this book the day. She has it every day. This author writes every day something to focus on or think about or see if it resonates for you, okay? And so I will read an excerpt from this, and then I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Green Witch Oracle deck here that I have, and then one from the Floral Essence, okay? Before I begin, I am going to talk about these two right here. There's some sort of need about speaking your truth and being in balance at home. So it has to do with your authentic self, being your authentic self, and being grounded. And home is actually, like they say, where your heart is, right? So home is really home is within you. So there's something about being truthful with yourself and honest with yourself, as well as those around you, okay? And if you are if you're further along than, maybe starting your path and you've been on it for a long time, there's a message here for you to work with Archangel Metatron, sacred shapes and geometric shapes, and realizing the flower of life, how that really pertains to the earth, and all the geometric shapes, if you've been noticing or if those been standing out to you, even basic ones, triangles, very important. Just allow yourself to dive deep into that if this is something for you. If not, you can just leave it for whoever it is for, because that message was there for someone. Okay, we are on May 12th, and it is a full moon. So if you do have crystals, I am going to ask that you make sure that you cleanse your crystals by the full moon light. You can put them on your window sills or outside. It depends on your space and where you're at, and you know better than anyone else. Follow your intuition, your gut, as to where you can place your crystals safely and allow them to absorb some of that full moon energy. This can be done every full moon and every new moon for cleansing of your crystals. Not all crystals need cleansing like this. Some of them are already cleansing. They cleanse themselves and they can cleanse others, like a quartz. Crystal quartz can do that. And also selenite. Selenite cannot get wet. I just want to make sure I say that to for you, if you're new to the crystal family and the crystal world. But 2 days before 2 days before that moon, the full or new moon, the day of, and then 2 days after, you have about 5 days to allow your crystals to be cleansed, especially if you've allowed anyone else around your crystals or hold your crystals. It's important that you cleanse them, cleanse the energies, and even for yourself, because we all have that heavier energy sometimes, that dense energy that we either pick up or we just have in our own bodies that we'd like to release. Okay? May 12th, it's about consideration. I am aware of the consequences of my actions. I am all too aware of how other people's actions affect me. Yet whenever I am brave enough to ask others how my actions made them feel, I am often surprised to find out that words I meant in jest were received in pain. that actions I meant as thoughtful were taken as put-downs. Clearly, I need to examine my motives, to pay closer attention to what I am doing. My words and actions affect everyone around me. A rock dropped into a pond sends out concentric waves, sends out waves that grow wider and wider until they fill the entire pond. Similarly, my actions have an effect that reaches far beyond me. Today I will pay attention to how my actions affect others. So this is about consideration of others, mindfulness, being aware of what you say and do, and being aware of not just your own actions and what you say and do, but your environment that you're in when you speak and when you say things. I'm also really picking up communications, so it makes sense that the black egg and the turtle wanted to be present for this reading today, because this is all about communication, speaking your truth, standing up for your truth, working with your throat chakra. It's important to work with your throat chakra, and a blue crystal is going to be good for that. We have a lapis lazuli here that is good for your throat. And also, because we did speak of Archangel Metatron, this is a pyramid blue fluorite, and it actually has a little heart-shaped quartz crystal on the side of it. I love this crystal. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get to show you that in the sunlight. But yeah, how your actions affect other people. So let's get into this right here and pull a flower. Green witchwood would be good for deep breaths, deep breaths. The apple. The apple. So you are actually being asked to eat an apple today. Nourishment. Eat healthy. If your birthday is today, please check out the birthday reading I did. Also, you may want to check out the angel number, angel card, and animal spirit. There is a message within one of those about eating healthy and paying attention to what you eat. The apple could maybe possibly help you with gaining a sense of groundedness and raising that awareness for yourself so that you can live a more fruitful life in abundance. Let me hold this card up for you. And this is actually on the waning or waxing of the moon here. It's time to unite opposing complementary forces and find a magical equilibrium in every day. The apple. Not only do you need to buy apples and eat apples one a day and feel that nourishment, but as you eat that apple, really think about how you want to speak. Write down, practice. If you're trying to learn how to communicate in other ways, when it comes to consideration and having consideration for others, you can practice this by speaking it in the mirror, really pausing before you respond to someone so that you're responding and not reacting, and just allowing the apple energy to come into your life, your body, your soul, your spirit, and your mind to help you raise awareness. Use the apple as the image that's going to help you when you're out and about and you're really thinking about that consideration, how your words and your actions really affect other people, okay? We're going to stop at 2 here and let's see what happens. Wow, we have temperance, patience, balance, flow, 14. I mean, the temperance is right between the devil and death and the devil. So the temperance is the one in the middle of this. It's the temperance. You are trying to really sort this out, and you're going to be asked to continue and be persistent. Here you are with these angel wings on you, And this is wonderful to have the yellow here, as this represents the inner child, the solar plexus chakra. This is a wonderful place to have balance, finding, being able to. This is also, I'm guided to share with you that this Temperance card is a Sagittarius card. So someone needed to know that, and also needed to know that it's actually between, that the Temperance is actually between the death and the devil. So being between those cards is clearly showing the strength of the Temperance card, the passion and the patience, control. These are cosmos, and it really encourages balance and harmony. Consider your own needs and the needs of others equally to try to help you with consideration of others. Make sure that you're calling on your own powers of understanding, maturity, and patience, and not others, not being swayed by others' energy, and proceed this with in a constructive way. And it's something that you're going to need to really exercise. Avoid the impulses, extreme emotions. Exercise restraint when you can, so that you can have the best outcome for everyone involved with this energy. This could also, because we are between, this card is very strong, strength, powerful, able to be in control and to balance out the dark around, not just the dark, but it's the shadow sides of yourself. But you really need to look at your bad habits and your negative patterns, okay? And to acknowledge them, to face them, to write them down, because they are actually, they're the ones that's what's keeping you from your highest good. And you're definitely recommended to check out those readings today. Because when you do pay attention, look at this. You come to the 10 of Coins, which is the 10 of Pentacles, abundance, completion. A chapter's closing, and you've reached a spot in your life. You've done this spiritual journey, this path. You followed through with the guidance that Spirit's giving you today, and the cards have given you. This is all through, I'm just a vessel here. I'm pulling the cards, but I'm literally just the vessel sharing with you from Spirit what they're giving to you. And in order to consider other people's feelings, these are areas, and this is your support and guidance for you at this time to consider, okay? That is the message that I have for you today. You're going to reach, for those of you who do pay attention and follow through with this, you're going to really reach a point, an area in your life that's going to be absolutely phenomenal. You're going to have freedom here, security. You'll have your community because you were able to be considerate of others. This doesn't mean to allow others to walk onto you. That's why it's important to embrace this Temperance, because Temperance is about balance. Temperance is about being weak or weak-minded. It's about owning your strength, your gut, your inner wisdom, your inner child, knowing that it's important to, yes, stand in your truth, speak your truth, and your home is where you are. You are your home. Your shell is your home. Wherever you go, that's your home, and see it that way. See everyone as someone that is a human being, just like you on this planet. Do not put yourself above anyone else, okay? Because you are created from the same energy that everyone else was created from. Yeah, this is going to really bring you a lot of freedom, joy, love, and a whole lot more flowers too if you really like flowers. But your family, there's completion, and this chapter's closing. Yeah. You have a lot of security with this card. It's absolutely beautiful. Have a cosmic day and tonight, meow.